I don't see anyone. Canoe? Oh, something must have scared them off. I don't see anything on the right. Do you see something that might have scared them off? I don't think it was that. Oh, never mind. That's just a giant python over there. They are actually very friendly creatures. They could develop quite the crush on you. It's a pretty constricting relationship. You don't want to get wrapped up in it. We'll go stop at my camp for some snake repellent. We could be on our way after that. Or not. It looks like I've got some unexpected visitors there. They're breaking everything I own. I guess the good news, though, I really couldn't get that Jeep started this morning. Looks like they got it to turn over. They must have used a monkey wrench or something like that. Oh, and we are changing rivers again to the Nile River in Africa now. The Nile River is the longest river in the world. I mean, it just goes on for miles and miles and miles. If you don't believe me, though, you're just probably in Africa. It's like you guys were waiting for that or something. This is an African bull elephant. You can tell that because we are in Africa, but he's got a friend on the other side of the river. I taught this guy a trick. Watch this. Speak. Good boy. Louder. There we go. Now jump on the boat. I guess we just worked to do on that one. But just past the sandstone rock formation is the African belt where animals such as wildebeest, giraffes, impalas, zebras, vultures, and lions all come to get a drink of water from the Nile. Oh, and look at that. That pride of lions is babysitting that sleeping zebra. Oh, yeah, he looks dead all right. Dead tired. Number one rule of the jungle, folks. Don't be a zebra. But it would also look like my friends are going to demonstrate the number two rule of the jungle for you, which would be never try to outrun a fully grown rhinoceros while on foot. I tried to tell them that one, they just said rhino. But I think we're going to get the point in the end. Aren't you glad you took the boat tour instead of the walking tour? Here is crocodile country. This is where my friends Old Smiley and Ginger like to hang out, so please keep your eyes peeled for them. They're usually on the beach somewhere around. Oh, there they are. That's Old Smiley on the left and Ginger next to him. Old Smiley is our oldest resident on the river, over 100 years old, and they're celebrating their anniversary this week. Ginger's been going on and on about how badly she wants a slow cooker, but we all know that's a crock. As we do come around the corner, we pass by Schweitzer Falls, named, of course, for the world-famous explorer, Dr. Albert Falls. Don't be worried if you didn't catch that one, folks. We're going to go over it later. Now, one of the most common questions I get asked around here, how did I land my job on the world-famous Jungle Cruise? I think it's pretty plain to see I took a crash course. Now I'm just swinging it. Oh, hey, that's the tail end of that story. I'm sorry, you know, when you've been in the jungle as long as I have, you usually begin to, what's the word? Smell. Danger, that is. Oh, no. We landed in a pool of hippos and they're wiggling their ears. Don't worry, though. It just means that they're going to try to charge the boat and I only take cash. These hippos hate carrying their wallets around. They get all soggy in the water. So I think we're going to be safe to get out of here. Whew. I don't think we're out of the woods just yet. It might be all the trees. Wait a second. I know this part of the jungle. This is headhunter territory. This is a terrible place to be headed. Just ask my last crew over there. They're just a bunch of boneheads. Oh no, those natives are dancing around in a circle to no music. That could only mean one of two things. Either they are going to attack the boat, or they just lost the key to the men's room again. Don't worry though, they only attack from this hill on the right and I don't see anything, so I think we're pretty safe this time around. It's a good thing too, because I want to show you really cool plants on the other side of the river. Oh no, they're on the other side. Everybody get down, get down, get down. Don't worry about looking stupid. Clearly I'm doing that for you. If you catch a spear though, please throw it back. We're not allowed to keep souvenirs. Oh, that was close. Oh, just in time. Ladies and gentlemen, the eighth wonder of the world, the one and only fat guy out water! Bobby. You really don't get to see that every day. I mean, I guess you probably could, but then you hit your head on the back of the faucet. Don't ask me how I know that. Moving on to the Mekong River in Cambodia. The Khmer Dynasty ruled for centuries here. Oh no. There's been an earthquake here recently. I don't recognize this entrance. It looks a little dark and spooky inside. Should we go in? Yeah. I was afraid of that. You know what? Do me a favor. Please, just keep your eyes open. You never know what you're going to see. And then, plus, my eyes are probably going to be closed. Oh no. This is even worse than I thought. I'm so sorry, folks. It's a root canal. I promise you this much, it's fine. Oh, but this is my favorite part of the Jungle Cruise, where I get to point out my favorite plants. Any questions? Good. And while we're sitting here in a jungle traffic jam, I'm going to tell you about the different types of plants we have here in the jungle as well. So if you look up top, that's the hibiscus. Down below it is the lobiscus. The ones in the middle, those are the midbiscus. And let's see, the ones on the side with the bark on them, those are the dogbiscus. Yeah. And those hanging down in the water are actually pretty special. They happen to be the fastest plants on land. Does anyone know what those ones are called? Seabiscus. Yeah. And we do have a lot of bamboo here in the jungle as well. It can grow pretty tall, about 6 stories tall. It's really tall. Some people say 7 stories, but don't listen to them. That's a whole nother story. And no visit to the jungle is complete without stopping by Trader Sam. He is the head salesman in the jungle. However, lately sales have been shrinking, so he has an absolutely killer deal going. 2 of his heads for just 1 of yours. Any takers? Either way you slice it or dice it, you're going to come out ahead in the end. Alright, fine. Well, in just a minute we will be approaching the most dangerous part of our journey, which is of course the return to civilization. So please just make sure that we continue to remain seated with your hands, arms, elbows, feet, and legs inside the boat. We just painted our dock up there, and we really don't want to scratch it. If you enter through the front door, please exit out through that front door. But if you enter through the back door, please just make your way back behind the engine out the back door. Do not cross over or around the crates in the center. It's really not a great idea. It's also a tripping hazard. You just took 1 bad trip in this boat. I don't know why you want to take 2. You could hit your head on one of the speakers up there. They're very hard. Yeah, to replace. Or you could hit your head on one of the lights. Yeah, after all that, you would just be lightheaded. If anyone else was counting, that was 4 jokes about crossing those crates. Please don't do that. You will also notice though a dock on the left and a dock on the right. I can see how some people find that one confusing. It is called the paradox after all. Yeah. And you know, out of all my crews today, I just have to say that you folks have been one of them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You have been the absolute most recent. That one sounds about right. Now, when we do come up on the dock, we are also going to be making 2 stops today. One to put a rope on this boat, and the second one to teach the rope a lesson. So if everyone could just please remain seated through our first stop until we get to that second stop for me, please. So stay seated for the first stop. Second stop, I promise I'll let you know when you can stand up. So everybody, please make sure that you do have those hands, arms, and elbows